Kaboom! Say hi to the king of red lions. Sploosh! It's mainly, use the can to set up the combo to get the finish. It sounds like a mousetrap. Hit the crank to smash the... There we go. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, the only place where a dog can fight a spaceman on a pirate's crow's nest. We are online for some For Glory. I'm gonna train this pup. It's time for Obedience School. I want to get ready for another viewer tournament with you guys. And I have to do a little online practice because I play a lot offline, but that's not good practice for a tournament setting when it's gonna have the latency of playing against people in other regions. So we're in For Glory. It's a projectile battle of two of probably the most annoying characters to play. I almost got him there. He didn't have too much percent. Uh-oh. He's gonna try to get me off stage now. No. Okay, we're good. He's gonna try to spike me back out of spite. So yeah, I want to get another viewer tournament going. I just had a tournament in Smash, or Splatoon, sorry, this past weekend, and it really showed me how difficult it is to set up a more team-based game tournament, especially one that doesn't really have a spectator mode. Whereas Smash, having one-on-one setups is very easy to get people into a match, and also spectating, all I have to do is jump in and, get rid of my stocks as a little Jigglypuff to see what's happening. So I want to do another viewer tournament. My plan is this weekend I'm going to try to add a fresh group of 100 of you guys. I'll tweet out when I've got room set on my friends list. I've got to, clear it out from the last tournament and everything. But I'm going to tweet out. I've got, my Twitter down in the description. It's SwimmingBird941 if you want to, be ready for that. I think you can set notifications if people tweet if you guys want to do that. I usually tweet out videos and stuff, but I'll tweet out occasional random stuff, but that would be a good way to know when I get that set up, and I'll give a little warning and everything. But the idea, though, is to set stuff up and maybe do a little bit of a test stream this weekend to kind of see who should be in the tournament, and then we'll have it pretty soon, because it's been a little while. Ooh, jeez. Almost got him there. He's so light. He's one of the lighter characters in the game, but I still couldn't get him with that can. The big weakness of Duck Hunt is it's not racking up the percentage. That seems pretty easy if you know what you're doing, but getting those kills is really tough with this character. Olimar's going to have a much easier time with those Pikmin and a lot of his aerials. Oh, he's just going to punch me with that big spaceman glove and get me off the edge. There we go. Trying to be good with the trick shot cans to cover my landing, because that's another thing I feel like Olimar's a little better at. He can go farther distance with his pink flying Pikmin. Kaboom! Say hi to the king of red lions. Sploosh! Olimar also can attack out of his up B a little easier, whereas Duck Hunt is kind of locked into that animation. And we're doing okay, though. Okay, he just got me with that blue. Yeah, I feel like Olimar might be the better character. And you see, not too many Olimars anymore. There we go. I managed to hit the can backwards. There's a sweet spot when you do dash attack to launch that backwards. I know DeBuzz, the Rosalina player, sometimes played Olimar a little bit. You haven't seen too many of them in tournaments. And then I mentioned before, in Japan, there's a lot of Duck Hunts. I know I was playing Pokken tournament recently, and I mentioned in the Sceptile video, I played a little bit of Sceptile, and he's a very similar character to Duck Hunt. He has all these traps and cool setups. And I realized that the Japanese Duck Hunt player I mentioned sometimes, Brood, he's one of the several really good Japanese Duck Hunt players. He also plays Sceptile in Pokken, so maybe that's a little serendipitous thing to show that that's who I should play in that game. But as far as Smash goes, I know Lucas is probably the better character. Oh man, I thought he was going to stage spike me, but I managed to get up there with those magnet paws. Magnet toe beans. But yeah, Lucas I think is probably a better character, but I enjoy playing Duck Hunt a little more. I think he's more fun to play. This is a pretty even match. We've been close in percentile here, percentage, and we're fighting in the rain. You think that would affect some of the Pikmin, other than the blue, but that would be too much to factor in. I do wonder, if we get another Smash game for NX, as is the rumor, if they are going to change some stuff with, like, Olimar. Maybe we'll get Alf as a separate clone character with Rock Pikmin or stuff like that. We'll have to see. Hopefully we'll know pretty soon here. I think they're on track if that's going to happen for that to be a launch title with the NX. But anyways, I wanted to put the word out there while we train a little bit that I want to have that tournament, pretty soon. So I will let you guys know on Twitter if you want to see about getting in. as one of the competitors. There we go. Oh, man. I put the can to try to grab him, and then he just, completely used it against me, knocking it back into my face. That's something the computers do not do. So if you train against computers, you have the weakness of not having the can really be used against you like the real players will do. Is he gonna make it? If he dropped that yellow, he probably would have made it. It weighed him down a little bit. He can't fly quite as far when he's holding some Pikmin. That was so close, but I won it by a cheese victory. Okay, jumping into another match. Same guy, he's using Zelda now. Zelda is really common online. I don't know, it's weird. You think Duck Hunt or, some of the... Duck Hunt's a rare character is what I mean, and also not considered to be one of the better characters, but Zelda, typically considered one of the lower tier characters in the entire game, but you see a lot of them. I almost wonder if that's a way for a player to test their skills, to see if they can, still win or style on an opponent. This guy seems pretty nice, though. I don't think he's trying to play Zelda just to be like, hey, I'm better, I can play one of the worst characters and still win. But Zelda actually is a pretty good matchup for Duck Hunt, and I've struggled with Zelda before, and hopefully we'll do a little better here. She does have some strong hits, and she has the ability with, I think it's Nehru's Love, to do the reflector that will get rid of a lot of your projectiles. This is what I was not used to when I first started encountering Zeldas. The Furor's Wind, they love to constantly use that to get back on stage because it is very strong. And there's also the combo where they can hit you up and, shoot straight up with Furor's Wind and take you off the top. So I gotta look out for that. But yeah, Zelda players are really good at using that up B because it does really punish you if you try, if you're not, you're not knowing where she's gonna land because of that invisibility, then you can take a huge hit from that. She's mad at my can. So yeah, players are much better at getting rid of the annoying trick shot cans and stuff like that. Oh, keep blowing myself up. Just like with Olimar, though, the thing with Duck Hunt is, those cans and the Pikmin, they're not going to do that much damage on their own, but when you rack it up over time, you can get a lot of damage going. I meant to move in and grab instead of rolling right into that. Okay. I think we got this, though. Maybe. This guy's good, so I shouldn't say that, but I've got a stock lead. I just got to hold on to it and look out. Yeah, Zelda's dash attack where she looks like she's about to trip down some stairs, like running in an anime opening with bread in her mouth or something type of thing. But it's definitely good for knocking the trick shot out of there. Yeah, I do wonder if this person's probably not as experienced with their Zelda. I don't think too many people play Zelda too often, and she has gotten some buffs. I don't think she's that bad, but it's a good counter to projectile characters, and she does have a lot of strength behind those magic hands, so gotta be careful here. One thing online, I struggle sometimes if there's a little latency to hit my can at the right time, but sometimes that's actually good because it will distract play. They'll think that I'm gonna hit it towards them, they'll shield, and then I kind of wait and and miss it on purpose, quotation marks, and then they get hit by it when I didn't mean to actually do it. And it does some weird stuff when you hit it. It reverses direction, obviously. So it's like getting knocked back towards her. And there we go. That little phantom's not gonna save ya. I've got a good percent lead. I just gotta be careful here and take her out. You gotta be careful with Duck Hunt. I don't think his rapid jab is too bad. It catches a lot of rolls and different stuff, but if you get locked into it and they're not near you, obviously you're open for a big punish. Okay, one good hit on her. She's not a very heavy character. Duck Hunt, I didn't realize, is actually heavier than I thought. I thought he was the same weight group as Olimar, Pikachu, Fox, a lot of those real lightweights, but I think he's a good amount heavier. I almost rolled right into my own can. Okay, can we take her out? He's really going for all those Furor's Winds to try to hit me with one of those real strong rage-inducing and rage-powered hits. Also, Zelda's aerials, her back and forward air, are so strong if you sweet spot them, just like Captain Falcon. Okay, get her in a jab. Not quite enough to kill, though, because she's light, but not that light. Oh, jeez. I'm really worried that she's going to get me with, a crazy rage hit or something. She's getting the cans out of there. Don't you dare. There we go. This is intense. Can we do it? Ooh, she put herself really vulnerable there. There we go. All right. Not how I intended to finish it. Usually you want to hit him with a can and then hit him with an aerial or something, but that worked out. All right. So this is a new person. We're gonna fight, Fox. I have a big, not weakness I would say, but I have a little bit of a problem with Fox. He's a really good character. There was a tournament just this past weekend. I tend to mention the tournaments that I watched recently, but Larry Lurr, a really prominent Fox and Donkey Kong player. I love that he still plays Donkey Kong even though his Fox is crazy good. He managed to take a win, and he came back with a 2-set win against Zero. He came from losers, so he had to beat Zero, send him into losers, and then finish it off. And Zero, you probably know, one of the better Smash, probably the best Smash 4 player still, despite, he's gotten a few second places in tournaments recently, but I think he's still really good. So yeah, Fox, no slouch. He's ranked pretty high on tier lists. I think because of comparing Fox to Melee Fox, it's kind of like, oh man, he doesn't have his. The same thing happened with Meta Knight. You compare Meta Knight to Brawl Meta Knight, and it seems like he's like crazy nerfed, but they're still good characters. Both of those really good and have done well in tournaments. So I think Fox was a little underrated early on. He had a crazy jab lock that got fixed, so a lot of people were sad about that. But he's still really good, and he's winning lots of tournaments. I think he's, especially after some of the higher tier characters like Sheik and Zero Suit Samus and everybody got nerfed a little bit. Fox is looking pretty good. The last video we talked a bit about the patch. He almost jab locked me there, but he didn't really capitalize it, and I got up and just smacked him. The last video we talked a little bit about the Bayonetta patch, and I know Bayonetta people are kind of adjusting to her changes. I think she's still ranked pretty high, but she's not seeing as much play anymore as before, obviously, when she had so many good sort of broken features to her. But I do think we'll see more Bayonetta players still, playing the character. She's not necessarily bad or anything. Definitely more than play Duck Hunt, at least in America. There we go, hit him off the stage. But the other DLC characters we got, it's crazy. Cloud, as a lot of people expected, he is just rising more and more into prominence with his strong, crazy smash attacks that are so fast, and he's just got a lot of good features. I went too low there, but at least we're racking up a lot of percentage. He should be gone here anytime. He went really deep, but he got back. Okay. The clouds are all out in force now. There we go. The neutral air. Always forget how strong that is. And then Ryu is that's the one that I saw Zero. The Smash player mentioned the Zero, the character from Mega Man. No, Zero mentioned that he thinks Ryu is the top tier character right now, and we haven't seen too many Ryus because I think a lot of players, trying to learn a new character that came out way after the game was released. I think a lot of people don't want to make that effort. Bayonetta, she was a special case where she's pretty easy to get her combos going. At least she was. So a lot of people picked her up. And Ryu, though, he's kind of a complicated character. He's got all the input versions of his special moves, and there's a lot to him, compared to certain characters. At least, get my can right back in my face. So we haven't seen too many Ryus, but there are some good prominent ones. And I know Trella, the one Smash player, took a bit of a break, I think, and now he's back at it. And I would not be surprised to see him just kind of destroy, because people are not as prepared for Ryu, I think, when he gets in there and gets a true Shoryuken, or even not just the normal one. You can get some crazy early KOs on most characters. He's doing some of the Fox things that I see the computer do, where he side Bs Fox illusions back onto the stage, which it's not too easy to punish or anything, but with a character you can, like Duck Hunt, putting out a lingering hitbox, like I can get my trick shot can set up to where he can't really side B when that's he went over the play shooting disc. But yeah, if he's trying to side B on stage and I've got a trick shot can going, then it's going to be harder for him to land on there. I'm doing okay here. This one might go to time as well with the or the other one didn't. Yeah, the other one was close, but it was it went to the Olimar SD. That was almost the whole time. Yeah, that's the problem with Duck Hunt. So tough to get those almost said splats. This is not Splatoon. So tough to get the finishing blow to take them out, and it means some of these matches are gonna be harder to finish for me. Whereas Fox just needs one good smash or an up air, and he'll take me out. Is that gonna work? He is light, but not light enough. Let's block him with the can if he tries to go in there. Oh man, this is gonna go to sudden death. Okay, Duck Hunt not too bad in sudden death because I can use my gunman and then, you know, distract him or just shoot him off the top of the screen. Oh, here we go. He went for the up smash. I don't need to chew him, just throw him. There we go. Don't chew that, Fox. Throw it away. All right, let's do one more match here. That was crazy. I want to fight this guy again. That was so close, but I managed to pull it off. Whew. Okay, what? He switched to Zelda too. Man, what is with all the Zeldas online? You see so many of them. And that's the thing I always have to remember is Zelda, it's very easy for her Din's Fire to punish the gunman or area, you know, a lot of Duck Hunt's moves. It's tough to get out of those moves before Din's Fire hits. So I got to be careful with what I'm throwing out against her. She's almost gonna get that shield a little low here, little lady. Yeah, there we go. Managed to block in time. Clay shooting, probably I think it's the laggiest of his special moves, so I gotta be careful about that. There we go. That's the old throw down the can, roll the opposite direction, and then hit it back towards them. Yeah, this Zelda's not doing quite as well as the one that we fought earlier that started with the Olimar. But a lot of people seem to, yeah, maybe that's why I see so many Zeldas. People just counterpick Zelda against Duck Hunt because they can block the projectiles. You'd think like Fox with his reflector would still be really good, but he didn't seem to use it almost at all. He did try, you know, using lasers to out-camp the camper at the beginning of that last match, but it didn't seem to work too well. Gotta be careful. Yeah, Zelda, I think Zelda has the down throw to up air move that, you know, the hoo-ha, the ding-dong, all the different, the Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong, Bowser's got the Koopa still kinda, and the beat boop with Rob. I think she has one where her up air is that like fiery hit, and it is pretty strong, but I don't see it too often. I can't believe we air dodged through that. That was so close. Okay, ooh, I was gonna try to go for a down air there, but didn't quite work out. This one is still pretty close. I feel like, yeah, I can win this if I'm just careful about how I get on. So, okay, or I could get that. I almost said, yeah, I'm glad that can didn't hit, or I could have saved him. But the Furores win. She has a lot of issues, kind of similar to Mewtwo, where you can bounce off the stage with the up B on accident if you don't, you know, have it timed just right. That's part of why I have trouble trying to play Mewtwo, because his recovery is pretty rough if you're not, you know, really familiar with the character and really practiced. Okay, and but yeah, also a couple of Zelda's moves are a little weird, where it feels like they would make some changes, kind of like Duck Hunt with his smashes. You'd think they would make them link a little better. And you'd think I wouldn't get my own can to hit me, but that's okay. It doesn't do that much damage. It's mainly, you know, use the can to set up the combo to get the finish. It sounds like a mousetrap. Hit the crank to smash the... There we go. That's my improvised... it's not an official move, and it definitely isn't guaranteed, but the down throw dog bite slam to smash attack. A lot of people expect you to do an aerial, and then they might fall right into that smash attack that hits pretty far from Duck Hunt, meaning he might get the kill. Oh, there's the other horrible SD move. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Both of them were SDs. He used Din's Fire, fell past the ledge. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. I'll see you soon for a Smash stream. Goodbye.